In pursuing the 2030 agenda, companies are bridging public data gaps, sharing expertise, and championing data use for swift decision-making. Their role is pivotal in propelling the implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals.
We mapped 394 public-private data partnerships, including skill sharing, data collection, data analysis, and data sharing in 94 countries in the Global South. The most common SDGs targeted via those data partnerships are climate action, sustainable cities, and good health. However, different regions prioritize different SDGs in their data partnerships. For instance, in Caribbean region, quality education, whereas in Africa, it is good health. In Asia, zero hunger is prioritized. In Latin America and the Middle East and North Africa, it is climate action.
In 2021, CEPE and LearnAsia, founded by the International Development Research Center, IDRC, initiated a groundbreaking project. Collaborating with institutions worldwide, they explored the private sector's role in the SDG data revolution.
From the case studies conducted in Latin America, we have identified that building trust among the parties involved in the readiness of the legal framework to enable data partnerships were key success elements. Moreover, special contexts such as the pandemic have served as catalysts. Cases such as the Maxim Labs and in Chile contain lessons on how the initiative for cooperation can originally emerge either from the private or public sector, and also we identified lessons on the synergies that the cooperation can bring about through new opportunities to scale up projects. The case study of the Maxim Labs shows that there are frameworks for private sector action for the use of non-traditional sources where data is available, but the implementation technology is missing.
In the African context, I believe a successful public-private data partnership is one which, after the partnership has concluded, the public entity is capable of continuing to process, to acquire, to disseminate data at the same level that it was doing during the partnership. That is possible only if the partnership had the right technology transfer, knowledge exchange, and the right capacities being developed within the public sector entity. Technology is playing an increasingly important role in the achievement of the SDGs because of the role it's playing in the implementation of programs, projects, or initiatives designed to help advance the agenda. In Africa, where we work, countries are trying to achieve very ambitious targets when it comes to ending hunger, poverty, or inequality. And what we now see is that we cannot abide by the same methods and approaches that we used in the past in order to get the job done because of the data that is required. You find that the data acquisition problem is one that becomes a big bottleneck for innovations, and with that taken care of through new technologies, then we are at a much better place than we would have been before. Caragro and the West Africa Center for Crop Improvement are an excellent example of what this kind of partnership could look like. Without it, it would have taken very many years and many man hours and a great deal of money to bring a new crop variety to market. But because of the use of drones and AI, the West African Center for Crop Improvement was able to bring a new cowpea variety to market in a fraction of the time for a fraction of the money, and it definitely a much lower number of people involved in that project.
The private sector's commitment to the SDGs is a catalyst for change. Join us in building a future where every goal is within reach. The success of public-private data partnerships relies on the collective efforts of both the private and public sectors. We call upon companies, government agencies, and organizations to actively participate in our mission to identify and map these critical collaborations. Together, let's amplify the impact of public-private data initiatives and accelerate progress towards the SDGs. Your involvement is the key to building a more sustainable world.